I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
I love to sing about the moon and the June and the spring. I love to sing about a sky of blue.
Dear Lord Christ, Christ a million, Christ a plenty. I think the mere presence of this beast has shattered my mind in a way that all damage is irreversible. To say this was out of left field would be such an understatement. It would take centuries for us to dig to the molten core of the earth to see how deep underneath said statement is. To not continue to illustrate to you how unfathomable this shock to my soul is, I'll preface all of my talking with this personal tidbit. Clearly, these colorful equine mean a lot to me. I've been a fan of these little goblins ever since the beginning of G3, and my love for these pretty ponies only grew when G4 started airing in 2011. I remember seeing posters promoting the Hub channel in my school library, seeing all the reboots of Hasbro properties, and being fascinated with the look of Pinkie Pie creeping around the edge of the logo. Little did I know that a character I'd previously hated for her weird nasally voice and boring design.
What are we going to do? The magical music show is about to begin and nobody's playing together!
Would become one of my favorite fictional characters out of any franchise for being adorable, and goofy, and amazing, and wonderful. I love her to bits. It shows that this show had managed to find great success when such a talented artiste behind some of Cartoon Network's most critically acclaimed series was the mastermind for this new rendition. Long story short, I see no other modern cartoon gain such a dedicated following, for better or for worse, that kept the show running for nearly a decade, with the spin-off series managing to stay afloat with an equally dedicated fan base, with 4 movies in total. Not to forget that the main series even got its own theatrical release with Sia. Sia, goddammit! She's like the Beatles and Jesus rolled into one. As you might have heard or might have watched and incessantly sobbed at, Friendship is Magic came to a close in October, while fans were anticipating another reboot in the future, as a huge leak of the crew's files revealed a set of designs for a more mature version of the FIM canon, with tweaks to our familiar cast. As far as everyone knew, there wouldn't be anything MLP related coming out for a while, with maybe a couple Equestria Girls shorts or movies filling in the gaps until this revamped FIM comes out. But boy, oh Danny boy, did Christmas come early. And by Christmas, I mean Christ, the pain, the excruciating pain. Another leak. Not sure if this is really a leak when official toy publications are releasing info at the same time these trailers are being uploaded by third parties, but whatever. Had introduced to us a drastically different version of the FIM series and toys to accompany this new show. But this isn't really G5, this is some weird reinterpretation with a way more trendy and juvenile presentation than our previous adventure fantasy-oriented story. Dear God, these toys. They look like alien fetuses. They look like 2012 TMNT with Mizusu eyes. Why do they have baby doll gaping mouths with skin-colored tongues? Why did they give them effed up hairstyles in the trailer video? They got feathering on their hooves now, that's pretty cool. I always wondered why the stallions had them, sometimes, but not the gals. But that's small apples compared to these flat, samey, pero sparkle-ass faces. Hasbro can be as ugly with their merch as they want. I'm not 8 anymore, so who knows, maybe this will be good for the LOL surprise crowd. But this new show... Oh, this new show! What the hell is going on with this background? The direction the floor is going behind the counter and the direction of the floor in front of the counter are 2 different directions. Just because you make your background objects jagged and with inconsistent line art doesn't make them good or stylized or Gendy, because this makes me hurl. The detour they made from a semi-serious sitcom-y show to the Teen Titans Go version of FIM is just, it's very jarring. Are they trying to appeal to the obnoxious kids who sing FNAF songs to themselves next to their friends, hoping they'll be impressed as they pretend to keep them being able to sing a secret, wearing their Domix merch they begged their out-of-touch parents for, which will later get splashed with ketchup as they try to reenact the Jeff the Killer fanfic they listened to a YouTube reading of, confusing their human trait of being fascinated by morbid things as them being insane, creating an unhealthy glorification of mental health issues for them that permeates into middle school, wherein which they try to replicate the emos of the 2000s and end up getting themselves in trouble for trying to seem cool or daring for doing something dangerous or harmful to others and themselves. I don't think appealing to that would be a good idea. I get that Go became popular and a major moneymaker for CN when it first came out, and since then other networks try to create similar reboots for properties they own because art is dead and new IPs get shat on when they don't automatically make a lot of money. But like that period in time where everyone made theatrical releases for cable cartoons after Rugrats peaked with its film, this is only a trend, and it'll eventually fade out and no longer sustain profits for companies. Hasbro was on the right track in trying something new and taking FOSS's unique ideas and producing them, cause we loved it, and it gave them a humongous cash cow to rake in more doubloons for a good while. This just looks like them trying to outdo the people that even gave them good direction in the first place, by sucking up to momentary popular tropes that won't give them the same long-term success.
It was an amazing series that helped us learn important lessons and cheered us up through hard times. The purpose of the show shouldn't be marketing or making as many products off these characters as possible. If you want to make a new generation, then you should be taking risks and diving into newer territory. That's exactly what Lauren Foss did when she created Friendship is Magic, and look how incredible that turned out.
Plus, the tone they're going for seems like one that doesn't really respect the intelligence of the kids watching. While FIM was able to give stories for the characters that dealt with things that kids could relate to, or even dealing with themes that kids wouldn't fully understand yet, but allowing them to create an understanding for by introducing such themes with a framework that children can learn from better. They weren't like Dora or Peppa Pig or, God forbid, the tyrant himself, Barney the Destroyer, where the only way they expected kids to learn things was by pointing out the series of events and conflicts that came up in the episode, and explaining things that would already be obvious to the child by the observations the kid was making the whole time they were watching. FIM knew that would be unnecessary, and so they wrote their episodes to be just the characters going through their daily lives, having problems, and resolving them by figuring out successful ways of compromising for the issues they face. Combine that with some cool fantasy monsters and admittedly kinda toyetic lore, and you've got a pretty good show. But who cares about giving our kids entertainment that challenges them to think or balances comedy with seriousness? Let's do the whip nay. Y'all like Lizzo? Hey guys, Hasbro here to slap you in the face with eye-bejaggering colors and painful pandering. Hair toss, check my nails, baby how you feel good. Dreadful, disgusting, gross. Now, I'm no righteous speaker of truth. Of course, I'm being very opinionated. If you're able to think like a big boy, you would already know this. So I recognize that with little info on the show out and people with other opinions, Pony Life isn't doomed to be an entirely bad little program. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are on board for this new look and look forward to this regardless of the major tonal flip we see here. Going through /MLP, I even saw a well-structured defense of Pony Life that encourages other folk to chill and at least give the series a chance. The defense for Pony Life is overwhelming, and I honestly love that the fanbase is still keeping the love and tolerance attitude, despite the struggles to maintain that sentiment with all the disgusting things that have happened during FIM's running. Personally, I can't stand this new take on Foss babies, but at the very least, I'll legally view the first episode whenever it comes out and see if I'll be on board. I'm just baffled by the blatant misunderstanding of why people even enjoyed or cared about the main six in the first place by the team churning out Pony Life. Now for anyone who's lost about the details we do actually have for Pony Life, I'll go ahead and provide some of what's been released right now. Pony Life will be airing on Discovery Family and their app Discovery Family Go, with shorts being uploaded to YouTube as well. All the same voice actors are on board and everyone is still set in Ponyville, but it seems like the main setting will actually be Sugar Cube Corner. Similar to how G2 had the ponies meet up and hang out at a little diner, the main six will occupy Sugar Cube as their main locale. According to official press, Sugar Cube Corner will also involve Pinkie Pie being a baker as well as taking over Zeccora's role in being a potion brewer. I'm not kidding, they mentioned she keeps potions in Sugar Cube, no idea why, but to me it just sounds like Pinkie has some nefarious business we don't know about. And as we know, we've got new toys, and the selling point is their magical growing and color-changing hair using the included special potion. So I guess potions are gonna just be a main thing in the show now? I don't know if they'll do it like Magiswords, where the gimmick is what drives the plot for episodes or what, but sure, whatever, potions are everything now. Pony Life will be, as the title would suggest, a slice of life show, even though that's kinda no different from FIM, but whatever. I'm guessing the difference is there won't be any overarching events happening. And oh joy, another movie is coming in 2021, specifically set for September 24th. Moving back to the toys, we got two already listed on Amazon. One is a 6-inch rarity and one is a 3-inch Pinkie. That girl is freaking hyped. 10? So they're doing the mystery toy thing too, since the 3-inch figure comes with 6 hair accessories and the 6-inch figure comes with 12 hair accessories. But respectively, the 3 has 5 hidden and the 6 has 10 hidden, and you have to tear into a little potion package to get the rest. Yeah, get your kids to rip and dip. Kids frickin' love violent tearing. This looks like the manufacturer is trying to get rid of a bunch of excess accessories they made for the past toy lines for G4 by just shoving them into a box at random and packaging it as a mystery surprise. Lordy. Let's still keep our spirits high that Pony Life will at least be okay. That's all for my opinions and such. For the rest of my time, I'd like to give you some morsels from this thread from /MLP, where Op told people to write a summary for an episode. Enjoy the sounds of hell as I go through some of these.
Sugar Cube Corner, fade out. The camera keeps going backwards and introducing new characters. First is Pinkie Pie jumping out of the corner with a shit-eating grin on her face and chasing the camera while laughing maniacally. She is then joined by Rainbow Dash, who chases the camera too and keeps saying,
"Awesome, awesome, awesome, 20% cooler,"
while face keeps changing and twisting into unholy visages. They are seen by Applejack in rapper hat, sunglasses and with a golden chain, who runs alongside them on 2 feet and starts reciting a rap rendition of the G4 intro lyrics in a male voice, does Gangnam Style moves for more hilariosity. Rarity jumps out of Carousel Boutique, a shit ton of lipstick and makeup on her face, giant sucking lips. She trots comically, keeps pouting with her eyes closed, only occasionally saying,
"Darling."
Fluttershy flies from up high with a raging face and electric guitar in her hooves, proceeds to play some stock rock and singing along to Applejack's rap in an even more masculine voice. Camera is revealed to be from Twilight's perspective, then it turns to her. Twilight's eyes become gigantic puppy eyes. She starts shaking and whispering,
"I'm a pretty pony princess, I'm a pretty pony princess."
Then she barfs rainbow, bathing everyone in it. The background starts flashing, main six starts shaking, glowing, contorting, laughing and farting uncontrollably. Close-up shots of their meme faces for about a minute. Spike comes along.
"Hey girls, what are y'all do?"
Hit by Rainbow and sent flying to Celestia's castle. Celestia sees Spike crushing through her window and landing on her floor. Starts giggling. Explodes. Everything explodes. Boom. Credits roll. Sugar Cube Corner, fade in. A pony pop culture con is coming to Ponyville. Main six are super excited to go. What? It's sold out? Hilarity ensues as they come up with various schemes to get in without tickets. Lots of pop culture references, old/try-hard memes, and lol random jokes. They finally managed to get in after numerous attempts. Loudspeaker.
Thank you every creature for coming and making this such an amazing con. We will be closing in 5 minutes. See you next year.
Main 6 collapse in exasperation. Fastthejoke.png. Roll credits. Seinfeld music. Fade in at Sugar Cube corner.
So I bought Bitcoin, AJ.
Pinkie Pie screeches across the table to Applejack.
Isn't that supposed to be the other way around, Sugar Cube?
Applejack replies.
No. Not bits. Bitcoins.
Pinkie Pie insists. Audience laughter.
Oh.
Applejack still looks confused.
Isn't that stuff just a scam?
Pinkie Pie grimaces indignantly. Rainbow Dash bursts through the doors and swoops over to Pinkie Pie and AJ's table.
You'll never believe who I just saw in the market.
Rainbow Dash gossips.
Was it Gummy?
Pinkie Pie screeches.
Why would it be Gummy? He's with you right now.
AJ rolls her eyes at Pinkie Pie. Camera zooms in on Gummy hanging out inside her crazy hair. Audience laughter.
Hey guys. Sorry I'm late.
Fluttershy meekly trots in with bags under her eyes and joins the group.
Sweet Celestia, Fluttershy. It looks like you were up all night.
Applejack exclaims.
So anyways, I saw Spike and Rarity hanging out together in the market. They were hoof folding.
Rainbow Dash continues. Audience oohs.
But didn't they agree to just be friends?
Fluttershy gasped.
Pinkie.
Twilight swoops in regally, or as regally as she can, bloated from years of stuffing down hamburgers, and stands next to Pinkie. Twilight and Applejack's eyes meet each other with an adversarial gaze.
AJ.
Twilight greets with an affirming nod.
Hello, Twilight.
Applejack greets back disingenuously. Seinfeld outro music.
That's all the steam I got after being hit with major whiplash from this shit. Thanks for watching, rate 5 stars, and remember to boycott. Adios, amigos.